Oh, hello. Oh, there we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is our weekly UpRock call, and what have we got here? It is our 64th weekly call. Welcome back to our weekly Thursday. Hashtag or no hashtags because Elon doesn't do hashtags anymore on X, but UPTgypt. And as I guess you can see, that's a hint to what our country of the week is. I'm going to bring on stage Jesse and Christopher. What's up?
Hey, good morning, Jen. Good morning, Chris. Jam.
Can't hear you, Chris.
Hey.
Hey, happy Thursday, everyone. How's everyone doing today?
Pretty great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty fantastic. I have a pretty bad headache for like the past 2 days. I don't know what's happening. Maybe I need more water, more sun.
It's either too much whiskey or not enough whiskey, but it's usually not enough whiskey.
Yeah,
Jesse, am I right?
That's totally right.
You would say that. Okay.
Once in a great while, it's too much whiskey, but usually it's not enough whiskey.
Just gotta keep it going. It's just BAC.
Gotta keep rolling on it.
Yeah, the BAC level just got to be at a consistent.
My flat white is missing an ingredient. You're saying then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, this is funny because Jesse and I are both like, "Oh, whiskey, it solves every problem," and you're like, "Whiskey, I hate it."
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. It just. I even got myself a nice bottle of whiskey when I went to Ireland, went to Dublin, and got myself a nice Scottish whiskey. But I'm never going to drink it. So I've made a decision. When I die, you guys can open it up.
You went to Ireland to get yourself a Scottish whiskey.
Yes. Irish whiskey. I mean Irish whiskey. I'm sorry, did I say Scottish?
I know what you meant, but I also heard what you said.
That's just how little she gives a shit about.
That's how much she gives. I've been in Dublin with Jesse.
Yeah.
Yes, you have. You have. Hopefully, Irish from Jupe and Juice wasn't here to hear that. So.
Yeah, we had more than a little bit of whiskey on that trip.
Dublin, Ireland's awesome.
It is. So it is July 31st, the last day of the month of a wonderful July. Did you guys have a good month?
I think so. I mean, I think overall summer in Seattle is like everyone looks forward to it because we really do have like 9 months of the year is pretty rough. So the main thing is trying to stay productive or keep everyone here productive because it's just so nice because our sun doesn't go down until like 10 p.m. every day. And it's a boating culture here. So, you kind of want to get your sun in before it goes away in like really like a month from now. And then this weekend is Seafair. Every city has their big parties. So, Mardi Gras in New Orleans, New York has their Times Square New Year's Eve. Seattle has Seafair. It's basically our Mardi Gras, so that's coming up on Friday and Saturday. So there's like the Blue Angels fly over. There's like the military planes do their performances. There's like a NASCAR on the water. Essentially, it's like NASCAR on the water, but hydro boat racing. So they're just racing on the water, and a bunch of stuff for families too. But yeah, that's all this weekend. So a lot of the military naval ships are also come dock here in Seattle. So you just see a lot of people from the Navy just walking around too. Yes. Yep, that's happening.
I totally forgot this weekend is Seafair. So I guess I'm going to bid you guys adieu at the end of this stream, and I'll talk to hungover Jesse on Monday.
Yes,
I'm lucky.
Hungover from last year.
Yeah, only takes me a day now. Day to recover, not 2 days.
It only takes you a day to recover. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix my lighting here. It only takes you a day to recover.
Yeah,
it takes me a lifetime.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into the agenda, guys. Let's see what we have. What do we have here? Okay. Oh, well, we got Ridvan misses his whiskey buddy, Jesse. And also we miss you, Ridvan. By the way, I forgot to mention it last week, but happy belated birthday to our dear Ridvan.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday, sir.
Yes. Gosh, really, July is the month. All the birthdays. Everybody's parents got busy in December?
Yeah, November.
See,
in the US, it at least makes sense because you unwind and you get back to like Thanksgiving. But in the rest of the world, I guess some people celebrate Thanksgiving too without even realizing
it. Thank you for the baby. Okay, here's what we got on our agenda. It is UPTgypt this week. I love that. That was really clever. Good job, Roz, or any of the Rocketeers or mods who came up with that one. Great great, not hashtag. We've got a little update on our onboarding, some stats on that, about what our next country of the week shall be, some contribute to earn stuff, some DePIN revenue stuff from some new stats that came out this week, and UPT in every pocket, then we'll wrap up.
Sounds good.
Shall we get into it?
Let's go.
Indeedy.
Right. Well, first off, before we get into it, I want to talk about this vibe.
Whoa. You're gonna throw me publicly under the bus like this? That's not cool.
We're celebrating.
Oh,
a celebration.
But I can't believe you're throwing me under the bus like this.
And Christopher, okay, so if you guys don't know what who is this? This was
it's the Nicki Minaj, thing. It's all over TikTok and Instagram. You gotta like she did it obviously wearing yoga pants and like standing on top of a dumbbell, like a weightlifting thing that was sideways. And obviously the only thing heavy that I pick up on a regular basis is boxes of cigars. So I decided to see if I could do this with a cowboy hat on boxes of cigars. And then while I was sitting there wibble wobbling, the cat walked over and I picked him up, and he was extremely not cool about this. He was like, bro, we don't do TikTok challenges here. But you know, we got the picture. So I shared it with the team, and then what did you do? Shared it with the internet.
That's what you get. Sharing is caring. Let me see if I can make this bigger. I actually have another download of it. So there we go. We can make it a little bit bigger.
Oh my God, you did 2 of them?
What are you standing on here? Your cigar boxes?
A pile of cigar boxes, yeah.
Chris, this is great. And also, I'm very, I'm surprised that you know Nicki Minaj.
Of course I know Nicki Minaj.
Oh.
Super Bass is not just a database, it's a great song.
You just don't strike me as the kind of guy that you sing songs like at karaoke, he sings songs like Red Solo Cup and Weird Al Yankovic.
Weird Al is great too. I am a Renaissance man. I love Nicki Minaj. What's not to like? She's got sass, she's got ass, she's got style. I mean, come on.
She's got grass too.
So you know, I checked myself. See, I'm being too politically correct. Yes, she's got sass, she's got ass, she's got grass. That's Nicki Minaj.
She's got it all.
Here we go.
Well, you did great. I am very impressed by your mobility, sir. I don't know if
I'm not wearing heels though. Most of the people doing this on Instagram are wearing heels. Also, they're mostly women, so I'm just not a heels kind of guy.
I don't even know what
I like heels on other people, but not on, you know, it's just getting too hard now.
Well, I think who's next, Jesse? I think you got to try it next.
Yeah, I don't know what's the cat thinking there. Does that just go limp every time you pick it up?
No, he walked by while this. He walked by while this was going. He's not going limp. He's trying to scratch my legs off. Oh, he's like, "You get down here, sir. I am not done with you.
Do not involve me in this."
He did. No, that was it exactly. He's like, "I'm just going to the kitchen to get some water. Do not make me part of this."
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
But, anyway.
Well, so what do you guys think? Did Chris pass the vibe check?
I think so.
I think he
did.
Vibes.
Perfect photo, sir.
Perfect.
Ochre. All right, but Chris, I'm very impressed with that. Maybe I'll give it a shot. I mean, you're basically doing, what is that called? A piston squat? Those are hard.
Yeah.
You know, here's the trick. I think the way you're supposed to do it is start standing and work your way down, like with your leg already up. But the way I did it is I started by getting into a squat, and then I kind of used my hands to pick one leg up and put it on top of the other one. I'm not saying I can get into that pose repeatedly, but you know, you can do it for the picture.
As long as you do it for the gram. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, transition.
Wait, for a gram. I'm expecting an ounce for doing a Nicki Minaj thing. But sorry, what?
Wait, what did you say?
You said do it for a gram. I'm expecting an ounce for doing a Nicki Minaj thing.
Nice. All right. Well,
all right, moving on.
Places where grams are not legal. Egypt. It's our country.
No, they use the metric system. I'm certain there. It's
sure. That's the kind of gram I'm talking about.
That's right.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying a gram of anything is smaller than an ounce of anything. That's just, you know.
Yeah.
Imperial units for the win.
They don't got 5 on it though, if you know what I'm talking about over here. But they do got double your earnings this week from July 28th, start on July 28th through August 4th. If you are in the beautiful country of Egypt, then you get double your earnings in UpRock. And there's not anything you got to do. You just got to make sure your app is running in the background. It's called passive income for a reason. Just have the app running in the background. Make sure you have the earning turned on, and your earnings will double. I like to give this reminder every week that if you have an Android, it's super simple. It runs in the background. But if you have an iPhone, because of the Apple's rules or restrictions on their own on how apps
because of the ghost of Steve Jobs, okay?
Because of the ghost of Uncle Steve.
You gotta push the button.
You have to push the button. So it kills the app and kills apps in the background. So you have to manually open the app again. But to help you with that, we encourage you to turn on notifications. So you could do that by going into settings in UpRock and then turn on notifications, and we'll send you a notification when it's time for you to reopen the app. So please do that so you can double your earnings.
Chris, I think this is the one country where you're the only one that's been to it, not Jen and I. Like most of these country weeks, we've been to them at least once. We have never been to. I love to go.
You've never been to Egypt?
Not yet.
I like Egypt. Egypt, I should probably tell you all the wonderful historical reasons I go to Egypt, like the history and the like Nile and it's whatever. And those are all great. Don't get me wrong. I've seen them over time. But the main reason I go to Egypt is when you're flying back and forth between Europe and the US. By far the cheapest tickets are if you stop in Egypt. So I'll just go, spend the day, go get some great food, very friendly people, very friendly everything. And I call it the Cairo Shuffle. They'll occasionally Jesse will be like, Chris, what are you doing today? I'm like, Cairo Shuffle. And he's like, dude, the fuck. But okay. Just go find a canoe. You land at like 4 o'clock in the morning from a European city.
Yeah.
You have to change planes. You take an evening flight, spend the day sitting in a cafe, smoking a hookah, eating great food, working on the laptop, and then boom, super cheap flight back to the US.
Perfect. That sounds perfect. Yeah. Totally.
That sounds great. I'd love to see Egypt one day. I know. So there's you. I know you and another friend of mine. He goes and regales us with his stories of Cairo and all the sightseeing, and it sounds amazing. I mean, I'd love to see the pyramids. And
speaking of not Nicki Minaj, but another American treasure, the most existential Uber ride I've ever had was I decided to go out to dinner like further than I thought from the airport, and the flight was I was cutting it real close for the flight, so I got this Uber, and it was one of those really cheap Nissans, like the ones they sell in Mexico and Africa that have like no airbags and no brakes and just like nothing, no features. So the only thing this car had was an awesome stereo system with a Katy Perry playlist, and it was like 11:30 at night, and we were going over all the bridges at like 120 miles an hour. We were off the tires over the bridges, and Katy Perry was blasting, and I was like, well, I might die, but at least I'm not going to miss this flight.
This was when you were in Cairo?
Yeah, this is not recently, a couple of years ago, but yeah.
Now, please tell me it was
war. It wasn't war.
Firework.
Yeah, I believe Firework came on at some point, and I was obviously I had a little bit of the silly juice in me by that point, so I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then the next day I was like, ugh, I almost died in the back of a Nissan in Egypt, but
yeah,
there's worse ways to go.
Fine. You're fine. You were just getting the local cabbie experience. That's how it is everywhere. Local cabs have their own fun way of getting you to and from.
Sometimes they get airborne.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Well, don't do it again though. Just be safer. The mama bear in me is like, put on your seatbelt.
Jesse's like, I don't care what you do. Just make sure to push before you get in a cab.
Yeah, that's always a thing. Always push.
Yeah.
Commit your code before
commit and push before you take taxi rides, please.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, if you are in Egypt again, you get double your earnings until the 4th. And we're very excited to have UPTgypt this week. So speaking of countries, we've been doing this for, let's see how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 19 weeks now. And all these countries so far you've seen have been, part of our Country Week program. We started this to just celebrate our community around the world because we have got the best community, huge, beautiful community. That was my Trump impersonation. I don't know if that worked very well. But anyway, our huge community, everyone around the world, and we like to celebrate a country at a time.
Yeah.
And we got some stats here about our Country Week campaign. Has doubled our user acquisition. So we went from 10,000 to 20,000 plus new users every week, and that's all organic. There's no customer acquisition cost on that. I think it's just a testament to the power of community.
Yeah.
I think that
it's really awesome.
I think that our Country Week program is awesome. I think that this slide is driving me nuts because some of the flags have round corners and some are a little bit taller than the other ones, and like some of them have like black, like the German flag and the Egyptian flag. They have like some black on them that's really hiding in the background, and I am having a really hard time. Really hard time with this slide right now. Like the Korean flag is hanging down too much.
I get it. Well, some flags are also just shaped differently. What's that one flag that's like, it's like 2 half triangles?
Is that like Tibet or?
Is that? I think it's one of those.
Nepal.
One of those nations around that area. But yeah, the flags are just shaped, have different
Nepal.
shapes.
Yeah, it's Nepal.
But I get it.
Yeah, but all the flags we've done so far have rectangular shapes. We could it probably isn't worth our time to like really do this, but oh no, this is not bueno. Oh.
I totally get it. You know, I
can't look at that slide right now.
What's that one phobia of like a bunch of little bubbles?
A bunch of holes. There's a few of them. There's one with a bunch of holes. People are scared of that.
So Chris has this, but with rectangles.
There's a phobia for everything.
There is.
It's not a phobia. I just want to go fix the slide because they're not square.
I totally understand.
But this has been pretty awesome. Like
it has been amazing.
If you guys noticed our replies, people share photos from your country. That's always been fun to see too. Someone just shared a photo from Egypt. That was cool. And then also just seeing the chat, everyone saying hello from different places in the world, which is awesome.
Yeah, what's so amazing that this is all organic.
Yeah.
When we were in Istanbul for Solana Crossroads and you were on stage, Jesse, the 3 of you on panel were asked, "What's your spicy take?" And after over the hour, you had mentioned stuff about founder-led marketing and things like this. And the spicy take of one of the panelists was founder-led marketing is overrated. That just drew a woo from the crowd. And I know it upset Sir Roz. All of us were like, what? But here we go. Here's an example of this. Not only just founder-led, but community-led as well.
Absolutely community-led.
Here, this is all like organic and going where the community is. Oh, Roz, here he is in the chat. Don't get me started on that.
Jen. Still salty.
But I mean, I agree with that. I agree with Roz's sentiment there, but and I disagree with that spicy take. But this is wonderful. It's all organic, and as we say, localized love works.
I'm gonna make a slide that's like, I got you next week, Chris.
What?
Huh?
Oh, you're gonna just F with me with like the world's least symmetrical slide.
I got the perfect slide for you. Yeah.
Okay, God damn it. This is what happens. Just you wait, Jesse. You get me the perfect slide. I'll get you the perfect slide. I know what triggers you design wise.
You know what happens with me, because I've been pixel pushing so much lately, is that everywhere I look, I am I think of things in like padding and margins and grids and things like that. So like I totally see what you're saying. When I'm watching like HBO and like the buttons are just a little off, I'm like, what the hell? It just drives me nuts. And then I can't enjoy what am I watching on HBO? What's on HBO right now? Anyway, I can't enjoy a show.
I don't know, Jen.
I don't know what's on. Because you know why I don't know what's on is because I'm just obsessively looking at the pixels on their interface.
The Sopranos or something like that, whatever they have on HBO.
I think you're 20 years late. But yeah,
Yes.
I totally get it. But you know what drives me nuts though about the HBO logo? Here, I'm gonna ruin this for everybody who likes to pay attention to pixels. The H in the B, the height is 1 or 2 pixels off. The H is smaller than the B. And if you look at it, it will drive you nuts and you will always see it. So there you go.
Wow. I didn't notice that. That's great.
It will drive you crazy and you will
That's
always,
hilarious.
you won't see it until somebody points it out to you. And
That's
then once you
hilarious.
do, you can't not see it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay, enough about pixels, guys. So we have another country coming up next week. So I'm not sure if we have announced it just yet, but I am curious where everyone is coming from. And we've said this before. I'd like to know, what are your favorite dishes? Like, tell us a bit about your country, where you checking in from, and tell us a bit about it. So head over to our X, drop your flag and your favorite dish on the post here. I'll put it in the chat, or you can put it in the chat here. And we keep saying that maybe one of these weeks we will start like making something from our countries of the week. But I tried it with clothes and I ran out of clothes, and I know I don't have time to cook. And I also am not very good at cooking, so I can at least go out.
We got a few recommendations for like several countries in Africa, so maybe we'll go back to Africa. I mean, we're kind of actually technically there with Egypt, but there's like Nigeria's in the house, Niger's in the house, one guy from Cameroon. Maybe something like maybe around there. We already did Nigeria, right? So, but yeah, the more the comments, who's more active, we'll probably do something like that. But we're gonna get to them all the best, all of them. So
I had rice jollof.
Nice.
I had rice jollof over the weekend from my friend from the Ivory Coast, and he was telling me that the rice jollof in Senegal is the best. Maybe so maybe in the future we can have some rice jollof on because it was delicious. So I would like to. Basically I want to pick a country where rice jollof is the dish, because I want to celebrate that and eat that on screen. All right. Okay, guys, let's move on to let's see, what do we have next? Oops. Our Contribute to Earn program. Okay, great. So we have been doing this Contribute to Earn program, co-building since day one, where we ask you to join us on our development journey. And so to be a part of it, you just engage with us. The best place to do that is go onto our Discord, and you'll see on the one of the many rooms you can be a part of, there's the Contribute to Earn program, and we have different focus areas. The folks who have helped us who have been a part of this journey with us, have helped us with things like staking, campaigns, have helped us with just a ton of stuff, a ton of great, amazing features that we have in the app. So talking about community-led, founder-led and community-led, this is a great way to be a part of UpRock and earn UPT while you're at it. Here, I'll put the link in the chat, but go to Discord. Oops, that's not the right one.
Yeah, this is actually, we call it the brains is what we call this kind of program, because we got some really great ideas.
Decentralized ideas, yeah.
Yeah, we get great ideas, and you can contribute with code, but also just great ideas and being just involved in helping us shape the future of UpRock and how we do things. So we're already paying attention to the surveys you fill out, all the questions we get from, and even the app reviews. We read them all. It's hard to read their app reviews itself because we have over almost 250,000, but we go through them as much as we can, and we get a lot of feedback. But the Contribute to Earn is great because it's really direct and it's engaging, and it's conversational, and it's really good. So if you want to be more involved, definitely join the Discord.
Yes, absolutely. It's just super great to have you guys part of our journey. And like we said, it's another way to earn UPT. Besides just doing the passive stuff, you can also be more active and really hands-on, and get up in there, get up in our development. So what we have so far, or what we have coming up as focus areas, is the Rocket Booster program, Prism updates, and then there'll be some more drops inside the Contribute to Earn program. But yeah, in particular, we'll go over Rocket Booster again a little bit later in the stream. But there's some things that I actually have some asks for. So I think that yeah, I know you guys have all great ideas. So join us.
Sounds good.
So that's discord.gg/UpRock to be a part of it.
Cool.
Real quick, I was just talking about rice jollof, and the man himself who made the tasty rice jollof is here, Rosman, Burkina Faso in the house from Seattle, and he also does agree with me that Senegal has the best jollof. Oh, jollof rice, not rice jollof, jollof rice. So Ross made us some amazing. Well, he had a baby shower. He made amazing food, and the jollof rice was legit. Ross,
That's
what
awesome.
do you think our Rosman? What do you think our next country should be? Anyway, we'll find out. I know it's hard to. I forget. I'm only talking to you two. Voice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, after that, we've got our. Let's see. We've got next updates from. Here we go. Syndica, DePIN revenue reaching again another year-to-date high. So I think we talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago. The revenue coming in from DePIN projects on Solana reached an all-new high. And of course, UpRock is mentioned here. I love our Rozes. There's a lot of Rozes here in my life. I know at least 3. UpRock Roz, Sir Roz. This is just peanuts. Pushing for a strong Q4 results. And I think he's absolutely right here.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. We're just getting started. It really has been only a year since we launched. And the fact that we're already making revenue within under a year, and we really are just getting started. Because, the Prism side, the demand side of our DePIN, you have to supply the consumer apps. That's what's making the revenue. But the Prism product is just getting started. So, yeah, like you said, this is just small peanuts, and it's going to continue to grow. And I'm super excited about this because this is what makes the token strong. So, yeah, it's always good to be included in these charts, too, because people pay attention to which DePIN projects actually are making revenue, which means they have product market fit and it's growing.
And which DePIN projects are just delivering in general.
Yeah, and delivering, actually, when a lot of crypto projects promise so much, but they don't actually deliver. They might promise the castle in the sky and don't actually deliver anything for like 3 or 4 years later. That's a big problem with crypto companies. They promise too much and they don't actually do anything for years. So we're more pragmatic, and we know how to make revenue and build large complex mobile systems quickly. So yeah, so this is cool to see, and it's always good to be included in some of these big posts that get a lot of attention.
Yeah. This is really great. Yeah, so this is the latest. This is part of the. Actually, I don't know if this is part of the latest Syndica deep dive or if it's from June, but at least from June their report, they shared that Solana or that deployer count. There's a big metrics in DePIN. So deployer counts, developer activity, token launches, DePIN FDV on Solana becoming the hub for new DePIN protocols since 2022. And since 2022, Solana has captured the bulk of significant DePIN token launches. And with at least a 10 million market cap, and has replaced Ethereum as the DePIN chain. And in June, at least, and I'm sure it's just continuing to go up, reached a new high in revenue. So it was a combined DePIN projects earned a combined 716,000 in revenue, which is a new high for DePIN projects. So that's very exciting, and we're very happy to be a part of it. And happy you guys are part of it too.
Yep, awesome.
All right. Let's see. We've got next is. I got to work on better transitions other than let's see what we've got next.
Chris, wake up.
I'm just watching the comments.
Yeah, you know what? Looks like we've actually started a Jollof war. jollof rice war.
Yeah.
Daniel
No,
says Nigerian is the best.
now we got somebody's for Cameroon. I think there's only one way. I think there's only one way to settle this. Well, first of all, I'm super white, and you guys are pretty white, so we probably aren't the right judges for this. But now we got to each make a jollof and get some different regional recipes.
Yeah, totally.
That's a good battle.
Let's have the battle of the jollof rice. That's fantastic. I mean, my stomach is and my taste buds are very excited about this. I'm curious to see how each one is different. So far we've got Senegal, Cameroon, Nigeria, and Ross had also told me that Ross, if you're still here in the chat, Burkina Faso perhaps is another. I think that's what I had the other day.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're gonna have a jollof war, not war, jollof cook-off, rice off. We're gonna have a rice off.
A friendly competition.
A friendly rice off. Yes.
You guys are gonna lose. Definitely gonna be the best. It's gonna be the biggest jollof. It's gonna be the tastiest jollof. The only jollof that anybody wants to eat.
The jollof off.
Yes, of course we can count on Drew for coming up with the best pun. A jollof off. All right, Roz, Sir Roz. Let's clock this, okay? Hashtag jollof off. All right, now we have let's get into some product updates, shall we? All right. Let's start off with some Prism updates, perhaps.
Sure. Yeah. You want to go, Chris?
No, you go.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a few. I don't know if you guys have been using it. There's a couple of bugs with the customization of settings pages. They temporarily stopped working. We're fixing that right now. Custom domains, aka white labeling, is I think it's in the works now. Should be live. It's out.
Yeah,
okay. Cool.
Well,
so try that out, guys.
It's sorry. Whoa. It's deployed to the edges. I don't think the actual button has been deployed in the UI yet, but it should be coming within the next few hours. But we tested it with our test site earlier, and it was all working with the domain with the SSL issuance. So as Jesse mentioned, we talked about this, and this is the sort of thing that a lot of places would be like enterprise only feature, like you got to be paying us custom amounts, whatever. And we said, you know what? Let's encrypt exists. We don't have to pay for SSL certificates, right? Yeah. And there's a lot more infrastructure that goes into this, DNS hosting and the actual hosting of the pages on multiple edge locations. But we said, you know what? No, we're not going to make this an enterprise-only feature. We're going to make this accessible to everybody. So we tested this with automatic SSL issuance. So yeah, it's working. It's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. We're also implementing our design library. So it's a really cool tool to just make the UI and UX move a lot faster when you have your own design library implemented. And so you guys can actually check it out if you want to. This is the actual link to it. But it's on our GitHub. It's called Storybook. But that's implementing now. So that helps just speed things up. So any developer can go in and see, okay, here's what our Prism branded modals should look like, etc. We're showing some TLC to light mode. Dark mode is a default, but light mode looks kind of rough in some places. So this will also help speed that up a bit. So that's looking good. And then really, now that we got the Stripe account all set up and the custom domains for our Stripe hosted billing pages are actually the DNS stuff. All that settings are done. So those are live. They're not wired in, right? You won't see them they won't link out yet, but they're working and looking good. So we're wiring that in. So that's so that's all pretty good. I think one other thing we're adding that takes a little bit more attention on the UI than just linking to Stripe is we have our real device tests quota, our quota display. So we want to be a little thoughtful about how we display that. What happens if you go through your quota? We give you a generous amount per plan, but if you get to past it, then what happens after that? So we just want to make that a little more thoughtful, make that flow look really good. And that's really the really major UI change that happens there. Otherwise, we're just locking up features that are paid features that'll trigger the Stripe billing flow. And then we're going to have a pretty decent, a free trial plan so people can try it out And then, of course, like you said, to the community, we have a strategic developer plan. It's our way to find like the really best customers for this, especially in the beginning. And that will be invite code only. So what I'm going to do probably is, if you're in the Discord, if you're part of the Contribute to Earn, Rocketeers and mods, some of the influencers that have been really like awesome for us, like in the past, Seb and folks like that, Seb Monty, who's a YouTuber, we will reach out to everyone to already get codes. And maybe we'll create a form, and maybe we can share our next live stream. And if you're interested, and if you have a community, whether you create content or you have a following on X or a YouTuber or a TikToker, I'll probably create a form. You can just fill it out, and then we can also supply some invite codes. So
yeah, and that's just, and to be clear, that's for people who we're going to give some to hand out some more.
Yeah.
But also, if you're a community member, if you've been on our Discord, whatever, you don't have to be a creator. Just reach out to us. If you've been part of our community for a long time, and pretty much if you're sitting here watching this, then you know who to ask for one of those special discount codes. And if you're not sitting here watching this, then you get to see the prices on the pricing page. And remember, as the community, this revenue from these products is what powers all of our token buyback. So it's very much in the community's interest that we're getting, as much reasonable value out of this wonderful product we've all put together as we can. Because that revenue then goes and feeds into the buyback system.
Yep, exactly. Yep. Cool. I think that's the main ones for Prism. And then we can talk about the mobile client update.
Sure. And also we have the desktop update. We have offers on the desktop, right? But do you want to start with that one, or you want to start with more? Let's start with that.
Well, desktop version 12, actually, simple for that one.
Yeah, version 12.
Last week on the last live stream, version 12 went out right after the live stream. So we have an auto updater
It was already rolling during live stream time, but most people didn't get it till after the live stream.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's auto updated. So if you're not on version 12, then you might be on an old version that doesn't have the auto update there. So you should just auto update and not have to worry about it. So just double check that. And if you're on version 12, you're on the version latest.
Okay, great. Yeah. So that's the desktop app, and what that includes is an offer wall. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's not the desktop app. The website, right? The offer wall we have on web.
Yeah. So website got a lot of got some good UI improvements last week, but I can bring it up now again because I like you to try it out. There's offers and surveys, and sometimes the surveys are really just easier to do on a keyboard on a laptop. So if you have a laptop, it's a really easy way to just fill out some surveys, earn some income while you're watching TV or something. So check those out because those deals are pretty great. Actually, the surveys pay out pretty well. And you can see there's links for all that. So you have Discover page now. It used to be called Lobby. And you'll have the links there. And that page is going to get more, I just get better and better. But if you want to get specific to the different sections, we have the offers, games, and surveys. And then also our wallet pages and staking pages UI has improved as well.
Yeah, a lot of great new wallet stuff on there too.
Yeah. Oh, something to add, Jess. We did catch that we have a typo and the wrong image on one of these cards, so we'll fix that if it hasn't already gone out. So that will be fixed. But yeah, just incremental updates to the web product, the desktop app. Again, we mentioned last week, if you are using the desktop app that's on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, you have an auto updater, so it will just update for you. So just open the app and it will update or prompt you to update. And there's a lot of great stuff in there.
On Windows and Mac OS anyway. On Linux, I'm not sure how auto the updater is. But
but if you're on Linux, you're probably used to doing.
You probably know how to do the upgrade by yourself.
And you probably want to anyway.
Right. Exactly.
When we used to, before this, we built a private browser, and with full data encryption, built-in VPN, decentralized DNS, all the goodies. And we would, you have to sell some of the services. We had a lot of people saying, "Well, what about Linux? Can you make something for Linux?" We focus on mobile first. And can you make something for Linux? And we're like, we could, but something tells me Linux users are probably not going to pay for it because they already know.
Yeah, right. They already know how to download and compile a free version of whatever it is you're building.
Yeah, they just build their own.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, apologies if you guys can hear any rumbling in the background. The Blue Angels are now practicing overhead for the weekend. So there are jets doing their cool thing in the air in the
Just heard
skies
him.
right now.
It's cool. All right.
Oh, a bit of a total tangent. Well, now, but the Seafair, as we mentioned at the top of the stream, top of the hour, there's a Seafair event here every year, and we have hydroplane races. There's an air show. There's the Blue Angels jet show, and there's a woman who is suing in Seattle, suing the Blue Angels because
I saw this
to her cat.
I
mean, it's more than that, but,
The Blue Angels come fly so close that they sometimes set off car alarms. It's super loud. Everyone loves it except for like 10 old people here in Seattle. And there's a small.
They're really angry about it.
There's a small It's a very sad small protest that happens on a street corner next to the courthouse here, where just 10 old people with their signs, but they're so old they can't even speak loudly. So it's very quiet protest. No one pays attention to it. But they're just kind of grumpy about it. And but it's such a Seattle lawsuit. So some lady, a cat passed away, and she's blaming the Blue Angels jet sound.
It is loud, but yeah, we can have one.
I feel bad for her, but it's also very Seattle. It seems like more like a Portland story.
Agreed, actually. When I first saw this story, I'm like, oh, it must be Portland. I'm like, no, Seattle. Wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway. I think that. Yeah. But anyway, so apologies if you guys can hear it. I don't know if my mic picked it up. Let's go on to a rocket booster sneak peek. Here are some new screens. This is not everything. Last week we showed you some screens. These are updated ones and some new ones, but like I said, it touches everything. I just want to give you guys another peek at it. Updated the color palette to use our current color palette. I have been playing around with a new color palette that matches our logo a little bit better. Mm-hmm. But that won't be part of this release. That's going to be a while because color stuff, color theory, that's just hard. Especially our gradient. Our gradient is a very difficult one to work with because it's going from violet to red to orange to pink, or it's got some blue in there too. It's very difficult. But anyway, I digress. Here's a new sneak peek of updated color palette, and also another screen that I didn't show you before. I also just noticed a typo on the middle one that should say offers at the top. But everything that you do will boost your earn rate. One of the top questions that we get asked is, how can I increase my earnings? And right now it's pretty passive. There's a few ways. The passive way is you just start earning, just turn on your earning and you share your unused compute. The other ways are to download, take advantage of the offers. So that's things like downloading the game offers. And those games also, some of them are just, you get a reward for downloading it, or you get a reward for doing actions in the game. Mm-hmm. There's also shopping online where you can earn some cash back and some UPT or some UPT back. And then there's also surveys. Yep. Where you can get a penny for your thoughts, or get some UPT for your thoughts.
And then, in many cases, and then some.
And then some. Yep. So if you're very opinionated, I would recommend using the surveys. These are not all. Now, if you are wondering, hey, how come I don't see some of these offers in my app? Depending on the provider, they might not have any offers available in your region, but we are always looking to add more providers, and we are talking to many. So, for example, we have a couple of game providers. We're looking at more for surveys and for shopping. So if you don't see anything just yet, let us know where you're coming from, what country or region you're in, so we can find a provider in your area.
Yep, and there's also badges and achievements. So there are more ways to earn, and also just we like these country weeks and contests and the contribute to earn program. Those things will be represented as badges and achievements soon, and so you can actually see how it impacts your earn rate, which is cool. And I would say also that the mobile team is killing it right now. With all these screens already done is like the Rocket Booster screen UI, the Rocket Notes, which is going to become Rocket Chat very soon, but it starts off with Rocket Notes. That's where all the community cards that Roz builds up is going to go. You have like one place for that. The Rocket Booster dashboard components. So you have the Rocket Booster card, the deal cards, all the offer lists, all those getting upgraded. There's an animated fab button, which is like the button that opens the chat, and also it has a cool animation to it. That's all got done. And so next step is like there's some other Rocket Booster components like the UPT account badges. There's some new bottom sheets like those pop-ups that show up on the bottom, some adjustments to the game widget, and then we got to wire in some of the APIs, the new API changes. But it's looking really good. So August is going to be a really good, really productive, huge boost to our mobile app. So really excited about that. So yeah, they're just killing it.
And very timely, because historically August was always a slow month for our mobile businesses because so many people are on vacation and they're taking a phone time off and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully it helps counteract some of that August slump.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like Reka and Elena, and their leading Reka leads is our Android queen, the Reka Rockrola, the Romanian rock star Reka. Anyway, they are already ahead of schedule with this. I mean, they sent over a test build, and it's just like, whoa! I can't believe they're so fast. I love them.
Yeah,
they're amazing. So very excited to see it in our hands. Soon enough in your hands. We'll be releasing everything in tranches. But I didn't finish what I realized I didn't finish what I was getting at earlier. There's many different ways to earn, but a top question is, how do I increase it just with what we currently offer? And so what Rocket Booster is aiming to do, or will do, is that everything that you do, or most everything that you do in the app, will also boost your earn rate. So we could give you like a 24-hour boost by doing things that you're already doing. We'll introduce things like streaks. So open the app every day or do this thing every day. But as Jesse said, we could have achievements, and achievements can be anything. It can be you are part of the Discord, or you are in the chat on our
with us for over a year.
Or you've been with us over the year. I think we should call that Alpha Pack. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I mentioned earlier that if you want to be part of our development journey, please join our Contribute to Earn program by heading over to Discord, our Discord. So discord.gg/UpRock. Join our Contribute to Earn program. One of the focus areas will be Rocket Booster. And my personal ask is, I mean, we have some ideas on what our badges, like what should the badges be. If you have ideas, I'd like to hear from it. You know, what do you think we should make? What kind of achievements or badges should we have? What do you think would be valuable? So head over there and join that focus area in the program.
Yep. And let me address this one since it's relevant right now. Yeah. So how we're doing the boosts, because some people have 2 or 3 devices with UpRock installed. So you might have a laptop, maybe even an extra iPhone or Android, second one around. So you might have 2 or 3. That happens. That's normal. Or you might just have a laptop and a phone. To make it super simple, we've decided instead of having for you to decide where the boost should be applied to, we will automatically calculate the highest reward for you based on which device earns the most already, and then it'll apply to that earn rate. So we just want to make it super simple, like not complicated. So you have to decide, do I want to?
Well, you say not complicated. Not complicated for users.
Yeah.
Not complicated for users.
Yeah,
Really
we don't want to do that
for us.
Yeah, we want to keep it. We should not have to make you decide and feel like you're not applying the boost correctly, because that's also annoying. Then you don't have to think about it. There's no reason why you should have to think about how to make sure you get the most out of your boost. We will just automatically make sure you get the most out of it. Just automatically apply. So that's how we decided to build that out. Yep. Yeah. And yes, we are going to test this hard for sure.
And as a reminder, folks, if you want to join the Discord and be a part of this Contribute to Earn program, and in particular,
yes.
Wait, what? Let me finish my thought first. In particular, the Rocket Booster program, head over to discord.gg/UpRock. Thank you, Kirk, for putting that in the chat, and give us your thoughts.
Yep.
Okay, what did you just highlight from Drew? What did Drew say? I know it's going to be funny. Streaks? Can we go streaking with just our phones with the UpRock app on?
I mean, if you record it and it gets us more users, then we're all for it.
Yes.
This is not legal advice, and we're not encouraging you to do that.
Yeah, just kidding. Haha.
We're not streaking. The channel our Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you guys liking that. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, very excited about this. So one of the other top questions that we get asked often is, hey, when we talked about this last week, hey, I want to enter a referral code that
got missed.
That I missed. And so you can see here, we got a little bit of that. We got to work on the APIs to plug that in, but I mean, that should be pretty simple to do. The thing is that we want to discourage abuse, because I can see how abuse could happen. There should be I think there should be a time limit on that. You know, it should be like you have to do this within, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think is reasonable? 24 hours?
7 days.
7 days?
24 hours. I don't know, something like that. Anyway,
my
no
gut
more
was
than
like
that.
48. I was thinking 2 days is my kind of like gut where it seems reasonable, because you might have because if you're referring a friend and their friend just told you, but you forgot to use their code, then usually it's that moment where you want to get it done within the 48-hour period, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's, I mean, usually when I have a friend that just signed up for something because I recommended it, it's like that moment where I'm like, oh shoot, I should just give him my referral link. And it's that moment where you realize and it's usually like, it's too late now. And so it's nice to be able to go in and fix that. And I bet you it's within a couple of hours of finding out your friend did it. So I think 40 hours is pretty generous. 7 days, I think, too long. Yeah.
Okay. 48 hours. Okay. I think that's
what that's how we decide these things. Yeah. I'm
there
fine
you
with
go.
that.
Fuck it. We're do it live. In the words of what's his name? Bill Riley. Okay, so here's the sneak peek. There's another version of the referral program, a revamp that we showed at the end of last year.
Yeah.
You could see that this is not that. That's just because this would be a faster one to get out. So as soon as we have the APIs done to do so. But the referral program is getting a other big update as well. It's just that to introduce referral codes sooner, maybe we do it like this for now.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All righty, guys. The next thing we've got is, I guess the next thing was Prism, but we already talked about Prism.
Yep,
so
we did.
We can do Q&A. I forgot to mention at the top of the hour that we have Q&A. But that's okay because you guys have some in the chat, and I think I saw one on Discord as well. Let's see here. We've got, since we're on the topic of, there we go. Spaceman, you already asked. We just went over that one. So speaking on referral code, if you enter it late, we just decided 48 hours. Yeah, 48 hours after the creation of your account, or after you create your account to enter your friend's referral code, so they can get the credit. Can we have? You can have staking badge uptime. The Machine King's got some ideas for achievements.
Yep.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's a great idea. Can you put that, if you haven't already, put that in the in Discord so we can have it in perpetuity, so we can have it all in one place. But those are great ideas. I love that.
Cool.
All right. Here we go. We got Murat said 2 days ago, I withdraw 346 UPT from UpRock into your wallet and you didn't receive your UPT. How do I learn my
TXI empowerment times a transaction ID. Yeah, I think, but didn't still receive. So I say create a ticket so we know what email your account is, and then we can investigate it. So we need to see that the transaction or the withdrawal was successful, and then we can help you investigate which wallet address it was sent to, and make sure you sent to the right one. Okay.
Yeah, and you can create it. Also, you can create a ticket on Discord if you have not already done so. That's the best way to do it. So they have like a trail, and our team, the support team, can support you on this, Murat.
Yeah. Chris is jet lagged, but he also has that dad face right now. He's like trying to keep it together.
I'm holding it together. But we've got some,
live on stream. But
ooh, I'm trying real hard right now. We've been up for 4 a.m. calls for a couple days in a row here to work on Prism stuff. So much going on, but yeah, it is now. I'm way down line from when I woke up this morning.
Oh no, you're starting to like power down. Okay, we'll go through it fast. We're almost done.
No, but we got to do Q&A. I got this.
Yeah, we got it. Wait mode. Okay, we got machine keying again. Back about the let me just go back to the slide about the Rocket Booster update, or just a general UI update. Can you make color transitions in the app that would look cool for each tab that would fade in or out? I like that. So we have 3 so far. And since our icon is a gradient, each tab can have its own be on its own point in the gradient
like
spectrum.
section of the gradient space.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
that's a good idea.
That is a good idea. I think I finally nailed down a great gradient to use that looks well, like it's harmonizes with our icon, but also is legible for containers, for buttons, for text. I think I finally nailed that down. Now the next part is like, okay, what are the like background colors and solid colors and all that stuff. So anyway, it's in progress. But for now, we're using the current palette. But this is in progress. I'm sure this is that part will be, the color palette's not going to be as there's bigger fish to fry for Reika, Elena, and Owner. So we'll have them. We're still working on the interface, and then we'll work towards the color tweaks. But by the way, as Sasha says, we agree, Reika rocks. And so does Owner and Elena. I mean, gosh, Elena, newest member to the team, or new member to the team, and really just rocked this update.
Yep.
Internal update.
She got a lot done very quickly.
Yeah, very fast. So super excited. Let's see. We have okay, Sasha, you say here, I think the total wallet value amount issue still persists. Can you refresh my memory on this one? Or unless Chris or Jesse, you recall what this is? Is it that the conversion from the wallet or the token to the fiat value? Is that an issue? Is that the issue?
That should be reasonably accurate, of course. It's hard to have a consistent number for that, but I think that should be reasonably accurate. But yeah, Sasha, if you want to expand on that a little bit, please do. Otherwise,
okay, he says yes, it's the fiat value. Okay,
and
so
which platform also needs to know that? Is it on web, Android, mobile
wallet?
Okay, we'll check into that. On Android, on Android and iOS.
I mean, it should be the same API, right? So returning the same.
It should be the same data for both of those. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So it's taking the token and then applying the value,
displaying a dollar value equivalent.
Yeah. I like that we have that on the wallet. It's nice to see how much like your token holdings in your UpRock wallet are in USD or in your fiat. But it's also can be confusing because sometimes there's tokens that you may have gotten that the token hasn't actually been launched yet. So like the promotional pre-launch tokens that have zero value, but you have tokens in there. Also, the token price can fluctuate, and
also the fiat price can fluctuate. I mean, it's based on depending on the fiat, you've got multiple mathematical conversions that are happening there to display that value between a token price and say like a US dollar denominated pool, and then a US dollar to a fiat price. So we should maybe take a look at that data. That's one of those tough ones, though. It's kind of nice to have, but it's also not like super critical to the actual functionality of the app.
And also, as Sasha says, like if you don't have it in your currency, then it's kind of pointless. Like if you're using I don't know, yen, and if your currency is yen and it's displaying in USD, then it's just what's the point? So maybe I like how it looks, but maybe we should just not have that feat, just hide that total wallet value. It doesn't. It seems like it's less at the moment, might be less valuable than it's worth. Might cause more confusion. So I don't know. We'll look into it. I love how it looks, but yeah, we'll look into that.
Yeah.
Okay. We have our last. I think that was the last question. Oh, we have one more from Discord. Oh, we got two more from Discord.
Okay.
Let me upload the first one. Image. This is from our. Oh my gosh, where is my? Here we go. This is from Spaceman.
Okay.
Web crawler release by end of summer?
Yes.
Very short and sweet. Yes.
Yes. Why the hell do you think I'm getting up at 4 a.m. multiple days a week? We're working on a lot of things with that. Yes.
Yes.
Stuff coming out. Some people are testing parts of it already. So yes, 100%.
There you go. And last question we've got here, also from Spaceman, wants to know, are desktop versions 0.05 and 0.08 getting turned off soon? So this is the desktop app.
That's one of those tough questions to answer. So let me tell you philosophically, I don't particularly want to be out and about in the business of just decreeing you must use this minimum version. So that's not something I'm ever going to do intentionally, or very rarely, unless there's like some major problem with a version that we really needed to steer people away from it for their own good. But at the same time, we're not going to be spending a lot of effort to maintain backward compatibility, for instance, particularly for something like version 5. When the newer versions are built on the new architecture, they're much better, much more reliable, fix a lot of crashes. I guess my question is, look, I can totally see, like, people talk about this with like, YouTube or Netflix. I liked the old interface. But when it comes to like our desktop app, the interface changes are nice, but I can't imagine anybody who liked the old interface so much more that they really want to use the old version and then just maintaining all those older APIs. So I think, what that means is we're not going to go out and try to intentionally break new versions, or break old versions when a new one is released. But at the same time, as the APIs evolve and as we find and fix bugs and so on, just maintaining compatibility for a year-old version of the software just really isn't much of a priority.
Right.
Yeah. Girk has a follow-up. Is there any reason to keep them alive if the latest version is alive? I mean, is there like different OS versions that the older ones support that the newer ones don't?
There shouldn't be anything cut off there. I guess what I would say to whomever is asking that question is, what about, for instance, version 5 do you like and want to keep supporting? In which case, that if there's a group of people who are on, say, version 5 and they're like, no, I really like this because, then I would love to know what that because is, because I would much rather try to understand that user concern, that user pain point, and implement it in a new version to get people onto the new version, which has all the other improvements in it. So if you're tempted to stay on an old version because it does something that you like, then tell us what that something is so that we can put it in the new version.
I'm wondering if Spaceman is arguing. I don't know if Spaceman is arguing for keeping 0.5 or just saying, can we turn it off? I think that's maybe more what's happening. Because as Mo says here, latest version is live. I don't think the old one should be too. I think I agree too, especially as long as it is not an update that restricts a older operating system. I can see the value, definitely value in like keeping the old one, keeping maintenance on older versions for that work on older operating systems. I had that issue with had an old iMac, like 14 years old, which is ancient in Apple years, and I couldn't use a lot of stuff. Everything stopped working after a while. Spotify, Chrome. I couldn't download. I couldn't install the UpRock earnings app from Mac OS. But other than that, like it not being supported, it was fine. It was a perfectly fine, old computer.
Well, it did everything great when it wasn't doing anything at all.
but as long as you're not doing anything at all, yeah. So it got a little difficult. So anyway, I feel bad. I still have that old computer. Just I can't bear to like toss her. She was a beautiful computer.
Yeah. But it's a good point. We should always recommend people to just upgrade because there are sometimes security issues. There was actually just some performance issues, mostly in the latest stuff, because some apps would just crash. You don't know it, and you don't realize you're actually earning nothing because the app's not running. So that's actually the biggest problem. And you're wondering when you actually open the app, like, what happened? How come my my total tokens has not gone anywhere
down or whatever exactly?
Yeah, and that's so we always recommend it. But just
and as Greg says, we can always have feedback from the version that we close if there's any feature, like Chris, you just mentioned. There's this mobile game that I play, and whenever they have an update, and they want you to update it, right? If you don't have auto update, even if you have auto update, they give you like a little bit of news, and you get a reward for updating. I was going to update anyway, but it's nice to have a little reward. That little incentive made me update faster. So maybe that could be a rocket boost, update the
install the update.
Yeah, install the update.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that, but that would be a good new rocket boost, especially for desktop. Because the newer desktop versions are just so much better. Anyway.
Yeah.
So give us more feedback on this topic if necessary, or if there's a feature that you're holding on to the old versions for, and we will definitely take it into consideration.
Yep.
Yeah, always. Yeah, head over to Discord, and here it is, as Greg just mentioned. It's the ideas-feedback chat on Discord. So hop in there, guys. And we already know how Reka feels about dropping old versions. She for over the years we've been working together, over the decade and a half. It's always like, can we stop support for this? Can we, like, sometimes we get some really old devices like on mobile apps. We're okay. Well, guys, glad that we had this working session. This is a good working session with you, Chad. Yeah, that's great. All right, and I know that Chris is crashing. He needs to go to sleep.
I'm crashing hard, and I got another call tomorrow morning. I got a call in like, what time is it now? I got a call in like 5 hours or something.
Oh, geez.
So,
well, thank you for being a trooper, Chris. I mean, it's just the start of our
this is our live stream time. I love hanging out with you guys on live stream, even if I'm getting trolled a little bit. Jesse, if you make me a slide next week, I'm going to make you a slide next week. I'm not going to make you a slide. I'm going to be way too busy coding. Next week is going to come around and you're going to be like, boom, slide for Chris. And I'm going to be like, boom, up yours.
So before we go, speaking of coding, I know, Chris, you don't like vibe coding. Good reason. The T app possibly was vibe coded. Have you heard about this T app?
Is this like the thing? Is this like the thing where women were engaging in sort of vague, anonymous slander against men, and all their profiles got
it was a good.
They
said that it was a place to like warn each other about guys who maybe have maybe red flags or dangerous. But I think it kind of sounds like it devolved into just gossip and
So vague anonymous slander.
Yeah, and there was a huge leak this week or last week where all of their database of users got released, and then there was then the next leak was the private chats got released, and then looking into the developer of this, turns out he may have just done a boot camp and may have vibe coded this. So, Christopher, I think you are on track about the not so on the vibe coding train.
So and to be clear, I think we've talked about this publicly before. I'm super into using AI coding tools, but I think the vibe coding, it's honestly no different than getting somebody who just showed up from a a coding boot camp, whether they're using an AI coding tool or not. They probably haven't necessarily had the grounding and the background in security and in good design practices. For what we've seen internally with the AI coding tools is they're a great boon, especially for things like doing UI pixel pushing and stuff like that. But you need to be starting from a really solid foundation. If you're not starting from a solid foundation, they're going to do goofy stuff. And I saw somebody's post the other day on Hacker News, and they were like, stop submitting pull requests that are AI generated. And then they're like, and I can always tell. And they listed a whole series of reasons for why they could always tell. And I went, you know what? None of these are true about our code, because we're not just letting it go wherever it wants. What I've set out for our team is, you design the data structures by hand, and maybe you get the AI's advice on that and so on, but you design the data structures. You have to do those by hand. And you design and you lay out what you're going to build and how it's going to work and all that kind of stuff. And then, by the way, sometimes you can let the AI run for a while, but you got to stop it and you got to tell it if it does something you don't like. You can't just sit back and be like, eh. You have to stop and say, well, what about this? It's actually very much like working with a junior coder. The difference is it's an indefatigable junior coder that's always ready when you are, that always, that isn't off on vacation or doing something, whatever. So that's all great. But yeah, you absolutely have to be super in the loop and on top of what's going on in order to get these great results that people are sharing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
You spend more time verifying if not. You'll spend a lot more time on prompting. You'll get better at that, but then you also spend if you're not checking often, then you're gonna spend a way more time on just verifying everything that just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is code review. Essentially, you're doing code review all day long, which is
I mean that AI coding is essentially just continuous code review. And that's what it is, because by the time it's done a couple of turns, it's essentially generated an entire PR for you to review. So just about as fast as you can read the speed limit isn't how fast it can infer, it's how fast you can read what it's producing.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah. And I've known many engineers who will just do anything they can to not have to manage other engineers. And this thing is basically, like you said, they gave you a mini
they gave you a junior engineer who doesn't even F off and leave you in peace for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And you take the blame for everything.
Right, anyway. Exactly.
All right. Well, Sasha, great point here. We need you well rested, talking about output of premium code, as our wizard Christopher always does. We need them big brains. So are you drinking whiskey? What are you drinking?
Water, Jesus.
You started the stream talking about your love for whiskey, so
I do love whiskey, but it's a Thursday, not a Friday. I'm keeping it together.
Thursdays are for rye. That's right. Thursdays are.
I mean, I'm just pretty much on the wagon these days. We've been so busy lately, and I haven't seen you guys. Haven't had anybody to go out drinking with. So yeah, I just have my little quiet by myself Friday whiskey and Friday, and that's it for me.
Yeah, that sounds like it could be a problem doing it alone.
Well, I don't do it alone. I bring my imaginary friends.
Okay, yeah,
that makes it okay, right?
That's not a problem.
That's not a problem.
Okay, you need to get some rest. So we got that premium code. All right, guys. Yeah. Let's call this a wrap.
We'll wrap it up.
Yeah, let's get Christopher to bed, and Jesse and I are staying up since our day is just starting.
Or you could go take a nap.
Oh, I missed what you said, Chris.
Plan.
I see what Greg is saying. I can't hear sometimes when you have the music going. I could take a nap?
Yeah.
Okay, I could take a nap.
I mean, it's always a good. Now it's not funny. It was funny. Now now we just sound like degenerates.
What was the second part?
I said it was always a good idea. Now it's not funny. We just sound like degenerates.
Yeah, like we just don't work. Oh yeah.
We just stretched this joke way too long. It's not funny anymore.
All right. We're out of here.
No naps. No naps Thursday.
No naps.
Everyone.
Cheers, everybody.
As always, thanks for joining us on your Thursday. We appreciate it.
Yep. Cheers, everyone. Thanks, everyone. See you next week. Bye.